The events that transpired with Tommy Norris, Billy Bob Thornton, in the Season 1 finale are largely rendered unimportant by the opening of Landman Season 2. Tommy's new position as president of M-Tex Oil is continued in Landman Season 2, when he assists Cami Miller, Demi Moore, the company's sole owner and recent widow. In the debut of Landman Season 2, Tommy's personal life overshadowed his professional affairs. For Landman's title character, things at home keep becoming more problematic, whether it's handling his ex-wife, Angela's Ollie Larder, Tommy's dinner tantrum, or finding out that his mother passed away. You wouldn't know the events of Landman Season 1's end. However, from Tommy's outburst over breakfast in the first shot of Landman Season 2 to his smoking a cigarette and entering his garden after learning of his mother's death. In the premiere of Landman Season 2, Tommy's torment in the first season's finale is meaningless. The beginning of Landman Season 2 takes place not too long after the conclusion of Season 1, albeit it's unclear. Cami Miller's scenes speaking to M-Tex's investors and business partners provide context indications that her husband, Monty Miller, John Hamm, passed away not too long ago. You wouldn't know that Tommy Norris was abducted and tortured by Mexican drug dealer Jimenez, Alex Moraz, since there isn't much of a time gap after the conclusion of Landman Season 1. At the rear of a strip club, Norris was severely assaulted, restrained, and suffered injuries to his leg. Tommy came out of the incident a beaten and bleeding wreck. After being tortured, Tommy also declined to visit the hospital. Tommy just persevered through his injuries, which is consistent with his tough guy persona, unless Angela coerced him or Tommy changed his mind about getting medical attention in between Landman seasons. But given what Jimenez did to his leg, Tommy ought to be limping. Unfortunately, Tommy's torment in the Season 1 finale is rendered worthless by his flawless appearance and performance in the debut of Landman Season 2. Given that Landman is not coping with the consequences of Tommy's physical assault, it may as well have never occurred. Tommy's torture is limited to the Galeno introduction in the Landman Season 1 finale. The introduction of Galeno, Andy Garcia, was the only purpose of the whole scene in the Landman Season 1 finale, because Tommy Norris remained unharmed by his torment. In order for Tommy and Jimenez to become friends, which Norris does not desire, the Mexican drug lord personally intervened, murdered Jimenez, and saved Tommy. However, the significance of Galeno's presence in the Season 1 finale is lessened when he doesn't show up in the opening of Landman Season 2. Additionally, Galeno is not addressed in Death and a Sunset. Rather, Tommy's father, T.L. Norris, Sam Elliott, is introduced in the season premiere. The fact that Landman's Season 2 premiere effectively behaves as if Tommy's ordeal in the Season 1 finale never occurred is startling and disheartening. Fortunately, Galeno will play a significant role as the series' new big bad in Landman Season 2. Tommy's life was not spared by Galeno out of compassion. Even if Norris doesn't exhibit any negative consequences from his torment and injuries, Landman Season 2 will ultimately make what happened to Tommy at the conclusion of Landman Season 1 significant.